It is Christmas. It is Christmas.
We are so excited.
Santa's coming to town! Oh my God!
If you can't tell.
Yeah. We got the Christmas tree set up. You can actually check us out, set up the Christmas tree with the kids. It was torturous on our Discord channel. If you want to see that, check out our Discord channel. Link below. We are very curious about British Christmas.
Yes.
Or as the British call it, Christmas.
Anyways, I love Christmas. I know a lot of people do. And I am so excited to learn about British Christmas because I love like traditions and just like special things people do for Christmas. And I know every family has like their own little stuff. And whatever some of your favorite things are, please comment below and tell us because we are super excited.
Yeah, it's super exciting. And we're trying to delve into everything. If you're new here, I'm Rich, Trippin. People say that when it says when I just say I'm rich, it just comes off completely like I'm
arrogant.
Yeah, like I'm better than everybody else, but I'm not. I'm poor white trash from America.
Yeah.
This is Tiff.
Hi.
We are watching a video today from Faye and Dan Explore. They're a smaller channel, but they have the top 10 British Christmas traditions, and that's what we want to see. That's the stuff that we want to see, and that is a commercial played in the background because we do not pay for premium anything.
Yeah.
So you're going to see some commercials. That's supposed to be a Yule log, not happening. But while that's playing, let's jump into this top 10 British Christmas traditions. And you know, we're going to post Faye and Dan's channel down below. Check them out, leave them a like, tell them you're from Trippin Through Adventures, and you just tripped into their channel.
Welcome to our top 10 British Christmas traditions.
Christmas cards. Started in UK in 1843 by Henry Cole, who worked for the newly formed post office. He was looking for a way to encourage ordinary people to use the postal service. He had an artist friend design a card. They were sold for 1 shilling each, the equivalent of 5p today. Sold as a Christmas celebration card to perpetuate kind recollections between friends. With that catchy slogan, it's a miracle they ever caught on. To this day, cards are still exchanged in person or via the post.
In America, we have a tradition of saying that we are going to send Christmas cards this year and then never doing it.
No.
Just never getting around to it. It's actually really weird to say like, okay, like that's kind of opening up the first question. Like that's opening up the first question. Like this is British tradition, but how many of these traditions that we have are going to come from Britain?
Yeah.
Just being.
That's what I was just thinking is I don't know where a lot of our traditions actually started from. I just know we do them, but I don't know why or where they came from. And then like the second thing is how many people actually really do them? Because there's some things that's like that. Like, yeah, in America we do that, but we don't. Like a lot of people don't. I've never done it. And I say I'm going to do it every year, and I don't.
Why don't you guys send us one?
Yes.
Send us Christmas cards. Our address is down below. We'd love to hear from you.
That would be so cool.
Why do I sound so mono? Send a freaking Christmas card. That would be exciting.
Yeah, and if we get a bunch, we can make a video and just like show them or read them.
Yeah, we can just read out your Christmas cards.
That would be so cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I want a British Christmas card from you. No pressure.
Mulled wine. Introduced into Europe by the invading Romans, mulled wine was widely enjoyed in England in the Middle Ages. Spices were added to promote good health. Herbs and flowers were added as natural sweeteners to make the wine more palatable. In the 1890s, Sweden produced glögg in bottles with pictures of Santa. Over time, the craze was reignited across Europe and in a few decades, the world.
So we actually, I make mulled wine, but I do it a mixture of apple cider and wine with spices. Does that mean old cider? I don't know what it is. Anyway, I got the idea. Listen, I got the idea because I got it from Glühwein.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember exactly where I first had it, but it was a German thing. And I think he said it's just popular across Europe. So that makes sense. Like it's all the same thing. I'm sure regional places do different stuff.
Yeah.
But basically, when I make it, I put wine, apple cider, a little bit of cranberry juice. And then I put cinnamon sticks, oranges, and clove, and just let it...
Star anise.
Yeah, star anise, and let it simmer for a while. And I actually give it out during the holidays.
But we usually more do that in the fall.
Yes.
Not really Christmas.
Well, no, last Christmas we made a jar and gave it out to everybody.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
But here in Florida, the popular holiday drink is something called coquito.
Yeah.
Coquito. And it's a mixture of, it's similar to our eggnog, which eggnog is a very American thing to drink. I'm sure you've heard enough about eggnog, but regionally, Florida is coquito, which is cream of the coconut, coconut milk, coconut shavings, cinnamon, vanilla, some raisins, and a little bit of rum. And that, if you want to have a Florida Christmas, that's inspired by all the Latin community that we have around here. If you want to have a real Florida Christmas, make that. That's a hell of a drink.
Mistletoe. The tradition of hanging mistletoe dates back to the ancient Druids who believed the plant brought good luck and protected from evil. In Norse mythology, mistletoe symbolized love, which is where the custom of kissing under the mistletoe came from. In the UK, the tradition dates back to the 1700s. The Victorians popularized it as it was thought to symbolize fertility and romance.
So there we go. We got another thing that is a tradition here in America.
I can't hear when I have these on right now.
These are another thing that we have from America, or that's in America, that has came from a UK British tradition. So that's definitely something, you don't see it much here.
No, it's more just like in the movies, I feel like.
Yeah, like you don't, like, to be fair with you, if there was a mistletoe hanging somewhere, I probably wouldn't have noticed it.
No.
But if somebody pointed out the mistletoe, or you always see that in the movie, some like pervy guy walking around with the mistletoe, like, hey, you know what I mean? Just trying to get a kiss from somebody.
Yeah.
But that's as far as it goes in America, but we're aware of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure more traditional houses do that.
Some people do.
Yeah.
For us, it's like, I feel like it would be pointless to hang one in our house for a Christmas party because it's like everyone who attends is all family. So unless like the married couples.
We live in the South.
Listen. Oh.
I mean, if we live in, I'm sure that happens in family parties in Alabama.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Alabama.
Mince pies.
Okay,
Originally
this is
filled
different.
with meat rather than the dried fruits and spices mix they are today. During Stuart and Georgian times, mince pies were a status symbol, being made into stars, hearts and flowers. These days, they're round and deep filled with mincemeat, a crumbly pastry and dusted with icing sugar, best served warm with cream.
So if you go into our grocery stores, you will see minced meat in a jar. It's not meat. It's
What
like,
is it?
I have no idea. Somebody's going to have to explain it, but I know it's not meat. It's like a bunch of nuts and Christmas fruit, like dates and stuff, I'm pretty sure. But somebody from the UK could explain it better.
Crackers. Crackers are a traditional favourite in the UK. First made in 1850 by a London sweetmaker called Tom Smith. Sold as bangs of expectation, legend has it he thought up the idea of a small explosion as the cracker was opened while watching his log fire crackle. This might have been a marketing ploy as he bought the bangs of fooze crackers from Brooks Fireworks Company. Originally only containing sweets, his sons introduced the hats and travelled the world looking for ideas for gifts to put in their crackers. In the average cracker today, you can expect a bang that rarely fires on its first pull, a simple toy, and a joke that is expected to be terrible. If it doesn't make you groan, it hasn't done its job. When it comes to the hats, us British are a little too reserved to wholeheartedly enjoy wearing a silly hat in public.
Merry Christmas!
But the good news is, one size fits all.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Okay, I see the crowns. Like, okay, this is my first. I was watching, what's the name of that show? Gavin and Stacey.
Gavin.
So I first seen this on Gavin and Stacey. She's not put in the phone book because I forgot Gavin's name. And they was all sitting around and they was all pulling crackers and they all wore the paper crowns. What's the deal with the paper crowns?
Yeah.
Why I want to wear a paper crown.
I want a cracker.
You got a cracker.
Yeah. Well, not that one.
Yeah.
The British kind.
Yeah. I am a British cracker.
Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
Technically.
You're just...
I'm the full package. I get it.
The Queen's Speech. The pre-recorded Queen's Speech is an integral part of a British Christmas. I know of families who don't open the gifts until after, which, given it's aired at 3 p.m, is surely a form of torture. The older generations stand bolt upright at the first hint of a national anthem, while we look on bemused. The Queen traditionally talks about the year and any challenges the nation and the royal family has faced. This year could be quite a long one. It normally has a resigned tone and congratulates us all for keeping our chins up through whatever trials and tribulations have been faced.
It's a weird thing. It's not like, it makes sense.
No, I think it makes perfect sense.
And it really fits the British attitude.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what happened that year, it's like, chin up, you made it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a very monotone style speech, you know, that goes into that. Was it Stoicism, Stoicism?
Yeah.
That just is bred into the British people.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, we all almost died this year. Merry Christmas.
So how many of you actually watch that on Christmas Day? Let us know.
If I was there, I'd watch it.
I would too.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna watch it this year.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I just want to see what the king has to say now.
Mm-hmm.
That might be interesting. There's a lot of change going on in the world. I like to see what he has to say about it. You know, we don't hear too much from the royals. We hear all their drama, but we don't hear anything that they do in a serious notion.
No.
Yeah, we hear everything about Harry, but we have no idea their opinions on anything else.
Mm-mm.
So it'll be interesting to see.
Festive lunch. I can taste it now. The succulent turkey, fluffy roast potatoes, sausages wrapped in bacon, meaty stuffing, vegetables and gravy poured over. Delicious. A traditional British Christmas meal is served as a often running a bit late lunch, sat up at a festively decorated table including wine and crackers. It's possibly my favourite meal of the year, not least as Dan cooks it. British people are very keen on Christmas lunch and all the trimmings. The trimmings being all the extras like the sausages in bacon and for some Yorkshire puddings and cranberry sauce.
So I heard from a British guy.
It's because I was saying the biggest thing that British dishes don't have going for it is that they just have never figured out presentation at all.
Like bangers and mash, like click on it. Like it doesn't like, it's not the most like cleanest looking thing, but it's phenomenal. It's such a good combination.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, I would say that about British food. It's not that easy on the eyes,
No.
but when you know what you're looking at and you've tasted it, I was getting hungry watching that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It doesn't look that nice on the plate, especially the sausage like that. But knowing what some of it tastes like, it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Our Christmas dinner's different.
Yeah.
Because like when you do an American Christmas dinner, it could go a few different ways. But a lot of people like to repeat Thanksgiving dinner, which is turkey, ham, stuffing, gravy, green beans. Now, our Christmas dinner has been different each year. We tend to settle kind of close to more of like I would say like a Sunday roast style, but with a prime rib.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys call it Christmas lunch. We call it dinner because dinner just really depends on the size of the meal and what you're eating.
Yeah, because we said Thanksgiving dinner and it was at 1 p.m.
Yeah, it was 1 p.m. Yeah, it was nowhere near dinner, but we just call it dinner because it's such a large feast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You pretty much eat that and then don't eat again until like 10 p.m.
But I'm seeing very similar to a Sunday roast. Is there anything that you do different than a Sunday roast? Maybe just make more options, maybe, or is it just typically a Sunday roast?
Which they said a turkey.
I feel like turkey would be a normal part of a Sunday roast. Is like turkeys. What happened to goose?
Yeah.
Didn't the British used to eat goose, or is that just a stereotype? Because I know turkey came from America.
Yeah.
It's our food.
Yeah, I would. If I had to guess, I would say it'd be regular Sunday roast or a goose because that's what you see on movies anyway.
Yeah, that's what we'd guess. That's not what we're saying you should have.
No.
If you don't eat goose, don't eat goose. That's
Mm.
feel free to eat our food and then tell us we don't have no food. The turkey comes from America. Native bird. It's a bird of freedom.
Christmas pudding. It became our traditional Christmas dessert around 1650, and by the time Victorians were celebrating, the same as we enjoy today. Many traditions continue to this day. Some say the puddings should have 13 ingredients to represent Jesus and his disciples, that every member of a family should give the pudding a stir for luck before it's boiled and put away in a cupboard, with alcohol added for a good month, and my favourite, a good luck sixpence or silver charm added to the mix before cooking to be discovered during eating and hopefully not breaking a tooth.
I still remember sitting eyes wide as a child as the pudding was walked into the darkened room aflame. It's definitely part of the magic of Christmas.
So that is actually something my British roots is really weird here in America, that my family actually still practices that one still today, that we make a pudding every year. And even my extended family, that all comes from the same bloodline. We almost have like a competition of who makes the best pudding. And the blacker the pudding, the darker it is, because couple of differences, we don't let ours set for that long. And we don't put alcohol and burn it. We don't put a silver coin in it. But when we make it, it has to be a family event. If I got pictures, I'll put pictures up. But it has to be a family event. Everybody has to turn it. They say it's for good luck, but I feel like it's because if you ever mixed a pudding, that thing is like mixing concrete. And there's no way one person is going to mix that alone. That was actually the first time I ever heard of black currants, was when we was making the puddings. My uncle said, because we use cherries in our puddings, and they said it used to not be cherries in the pudding. It used to be black currants, but they couldn't get black currants no more. So they would use cherries instead. So now we use cherries, and I actually have, I've been buying it over the past week because these are very expensive to make. And you got to buy we buy muslin cloth to wrap it in to boil. It takes like 4 or 5 hours just to boil. And I've been buying stuff for the past couple of weeks because in a couple of weekends, we will be making a boiled pudding.
Can we get black currant now?
I don't think so.
I don't
Maybe
think you
dried
can.
ones. possibly dried ones. There's a couple of farms here, but it's going to be expensive just to get it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you need a lot of it if you were just going to switch it out.
But in my family, it's not Christmas until you have a pudding.
Mm-hmm.
A pudding and a cup of tea Christmas morning is how you start your day in this family. And it's pretty wonderful. So that is something we both have.
Boxing Day. The day after Christmas Day is called Boxing Day. It was traditionally a holiday for servants, and employers would give gifts. Servants also went home to visit and give gifts to their families. In cities, tradesmen and women would go door to door of homes they had serviced that year to wish the occupants a Merry Christmas and hopefully receive a gift. These days, families see it as a day to rest after all the celebration and cooking the day before. Children would play with their toys and meals are leftovers, though in our family we have a roast beef for dinner.
So I've always heard about Boxing Day. I never could wrap my head around Boxing Day. And I always just assumed it was called Boxing Day because everybody would take back gifts that they didn't want that day.
I figured it'd be getting rid of all the boxes and things from Christmas.
You know what? Even with that explanation, somebody in the comments explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
I think what they mean is just they go around to get presents, the servants. And a normal family nowadays just sits around and relaxes.
They put advertisement on TV about Boxing Day.
Oh.
So there's something we're missing on there because they're like, Boxing Day is a pretty big deal. And I'm pretty sure if it's just we all sitting home and resting, that's probably not like,
no.
There's probably more to it. Like, I want to know like what the hype is. Is it like our Black Friday? Is it like after Christmas sales that people hold their money and go and shop maybe?
Or maybe that's when you leave your house and give extended family gifts.
But they said they rest. See, there's contradicting ideas.
I don't know. You tell us.
You explain it. We're slow.
12th night. It's tradition to take down all your Christmas decorations by 12th night, which falls on the 6th of January, and it's considered bad luck to leave anything up. Unbeknown to me, in the past there was a whole 12th night celebration, celebrating the 3 wise men's visit to Jesus, including much partying and practical jokes, plays. Some say Shakespeare's 12th Night was originally performed on the night in the 1600s, and a rich fruit cake. Whomever found the bean hidden in the cake was pronounced king or queen bean and is obeyed for the rest of the evening. Some form of the celebrations continue to this day.
So you know what that was, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That was Little Christmas.
Yeah.
So Tiffany's Romanian. And so, what was that? The 12th night? So 12 nights after.
So January 6th.
January 6th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we call it just Christmas or Little Christmas. And it's, there's a whole lot that goes into it. But some of that kind of seems similar. Like, the women in the family will break up bread and they'll put a coin in it. And when you have the dinner, everyone will either break a piece of that bread or cut into that bread. And whoever finds the dime in the bread is just supposed to be good luck for that day.
But they celebrate like, it's 3 days of celebration for you guys? Yeah. It's a Romanian thing and they're like
it
really
starts on the 4th and ends on the 6th, but it's the main event's really like the 5th.
Yeah. And like that's crazy to see in other.
Yeah.
But I think that's Catholic.
It might be.
Because that might be something that holds on from the Catholics in the UK. I don't know if anybody got any more information because I know there's other cultures that celebrate that. I think Puerto Ricans tend to celebrate it. A lot of Latin cultures tend to celebrate that
like
day
Three
too.
Kings Day.
Yeah, and I think that ties to Catholicism in it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty cool to see the connections that we have in the UK. I know there's some other different ones, like we call it Santa Claus. they call it Father Christmas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, they're Father Christmas. It's a lot more respectable.
Yeah.
A lot more respectable. In the Christmas markets, some of Lineal Mank's been sending me videos of the Christmas markets they have going on over there. Those look awesome.
Yeah,
man.
they do.
Them Yorkshire wraps, like the Yorkshire burrito things. Could you picture that on a cold day?
Yeah. One day we're gonna have to make it there for that.
I'm hoping because like we have a trip planned soon. Like I want to go to Europe for the holidays. That's like a bucket list thing for me. And seeing how if you guys join the Discord, send us pictures, send us a Christmas card, send us some crackers.
Yeah.
I'll wear a crown. If one of you guys send us crackers, I will definitely wear a crown.
He has no shame.
It's British.
Yeah, but
I'll make everybody in the house wear it. I don't care.
they are too proper, they said, to actually wear them with confidence. Look at us with these hats.
Yeah, I mean, I feel very like we're in the prime of the holidays. Listen, guys, if you like that, hit the like button, hit subscribe. I hope you all have a very happy holiday. Merry Christmas. God bless you. I am Rich.
And I'm Tiffany.
And that was British Christmas traditions.